Hello, everyone. This is the one of the 12 Days of Justice reviews, and it's Atlantis from Aquaman. And I wanted to do every site where the mother box was. Sort of the third place was the hardest because it's like a giant place that's like a giant town, and so yeah, I'll talk more about that creation in the next video. Well, actually, not in the next video, in one of the videos, not this one. But anyway, as you can take a look, I did put 4 guards. Those are those little studs in that little clip. So it's just 4 guards. It's a pretty simple build, but for what it is, it looks pretty fantastic. So, sort of see what it is. I added some seaweed flowing up because it does have that. And I really just wanted to make this because I thought Aquaman and Flash, Batman, and really those guys were my favorite in the movie. Although I did kind of find it sucky that like the second half seemed way different, mainly because, well, they had a different director. I think they had like one director and then they had to cut him because I think there was Zack Snyder first and then he had some family matter, like someone died in his family, which of course sucks, but he took time off, and then the other director kind of just filled it in. And I think it would have been better if we didn't have to explain the hero's origins. That's the thing that Guardians of the Galaxy could easily do, because some of them sort of have like backgrounds that they can't explain. Rocket, he doesn't full on remember. Groot, he can't speak. So those two characters, like, you sort of already knew it, and then of course Justice League was trying to bring back Superman, so that was a sort of a different task. So it sort of got off track, and then it sort of like derailed it. But then of course it did get back where it was going, which was to go stop Steppenwolf. And it looks amazing, and I kind of like a grittier version of heroes. I'm definitely going to say that was way better than the Watchmen. And I think that we need a Batman movie because Ben Affleck does probably one of the best voices for Batman, and he has one of probably the best suits because tactability. He's so able to fight in it. He has a nice cape. It's not too bad. Of course, the Nolan version is more tactical cape and tactical stuff and more ninja Batman, but I think that for a straight up DCU Batman, I think that works. Now, of course, some people do say, really, we don't need him. We don't need Batman. But you do. Batman is the most popular superhero really ever. Like, I bet you probably know who Batman is. And same with Spider-Man. It's like, if the MCU got the rights to Spider-Man, it would have been such bad of an idea for them not to make a Spider-Man movie. And I think that if they do sort of a different turn from it, if they show like him having Robin, and they take what happened in the other movies and sort of try to see what the fans didn't like about it and change that. And Zack Snyder, he's an amazing director. Watchmen, he kept basically it frame by frame of the comic book. Of course, he did change some parts. I never liked Watchmen, mainly because it got like... See, Watchmen was cool for like a couple minutes, but then of course like it just seemed to make it seem darker. It like wanted to be dark because it wanted to be dark, not like the comic book, which is actually dark. It was like, we want to be darker, we want to have Rorschach murder everyone, we want to have this guy shoot a pregnant lady, we're going to have this guy blow up the entire universe. Sounds pretty good. Cut, check. Let's roll. That's not the idea that they obviously did have. They wanted to make one because it was something that was perfect. It was a good comic book series and it was famous, so they wanted to make it, and it made sense. Why are you going to have a property and not use it? I mean, that's just stupid. And I do think that maybe they should have like changed up a few things about it, and it could have been better. I think they just needed to really like focus on what Watchmen is to the fans. I think maybe the HBO series will be able to do that. I'm definitely not doubting Justice League as was being a good movie. I think it just needs a second second one. And I think if Steppenwolf came back, that would be pretty cool. I definitely think the parademons were like a good villain. I thought the Chitauri were way too easy to murder. Like, the parademons sort of had something to them. They smelled fear, and they could obviously kill someone if they smelled fear. I thought that was just a fantastic idea. And how they killed Steppenwolf was because Steppenwolf was afraid. I think that was perfect. And I really think that Aquaman is going to be good. So they just kind of have to see, like, what did Aquaman do that wasn't different from this? Alright, let's have sort of a different director. A director who knows what he's doing for this new Justice League movie. I'm not saying that there's going to be a new Justice League movie, but if they're doing a Robin and Batman movie, they need to do that quick. And by the way, don't not have Ben Affleck be in it. Ben Affleck is Batman right now. He's my Batman that I'm choosing for it because I loved Michael Keaton and I loved actually loved Will Arnett as Batman because he was pretty nice. But I think that I was about to say Bruce Wayne. I think that Ben Affleck is my Batman now. He's gonna be Batman for when I remember him. When I remember Batman, I really do think either Michael Keaton, because that was a perfect movie, you can't deny it, or I think Ben Affleck. Mainly because I never saw a Justice League movie. Well, I never saw a Batman movie full on and, like, paid attention to it. My dad was a huge Batman fan, but I didn't really watch Batman to watch Batman. I watched it because I was like, oh, cool, hero, Spider-Man now. And that's why I like Spider-Man in Star Wars more, because I just kind of grew up with that as a kid. But Batman has just become so cool to me that Ben Affleck, I saw Batman versus Superman first, and I really didn't read all of the comics before and think, yes, I gotta love Batman because of this. I just love Batman because he was Batman. Alright, that's all I gotta say. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this review and rant. Hope you have a happy, happy holidays with the rest of the 12 days of justice. Fa la 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 kabam. We gotta change that intro.